Good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining me for practice today. Again, this is a beautiful day, and so we're practicing poolside. Of course, dog's gonna walk in the way. These are the beginnings of some new videos that I'm working on. So again, they're not perfect. Things may be a little raw at first, but nonetheless, we are here and you are here. And so I want to welcome you and thank you for choosing to practice with me. Today's practice is just sort of a midday refresher, just to stretch the body and get a little bit of energy into the body to get through the rest of the day. So although it be short, hopefully it is effective. So always listen to your body, and let's get started. So I want you just to sit. First of all, close your eyes, find a comfortable seat, maybe move those fleshy parts out from underneath you just to find a little grounding. And again, if you're at work, you can do this if you have just a little space to sit, or maybe you're just sitting at your desk. But I just want you to begin by softening your face. So the breath may feel a little tight, a little tense. I just want you to start to notice as you pull the breath in through the nose. Hold for just a second or two at the top, and then gently let the lips part, relaxing the jaw as you exhale. And again. So as you spend just a little time here, I want to cue you on softening your breath, softening your face, and sort of just relaxing the body. So once you start to soften through your face, your jaw relaxes, your eyelids are soft, and maybe that space between your eyes starts to relax so there's no wrinkle there. And then again, allow the tongue to relax, the teeth to gently separate, and let that sort of softness come down through the throat into the shoulders. We hold a lot of tension in the shoulders, so just being aware of the space in our bodies, and sort of when it starts to feel tense and tight, means that we need to release all of that out. So take just a moment. Maybe you even inhale with your next breath, take the shoulders up. And then exhale, take them back and down. And we can do that a couple of times. So inhale, take them up. And exhale. And again, inhale up. And exhale, soften. Good. Take a moment just noticing how that little bit of movement with your breath feels. Good. And then I want you to inhale, take the shoulders up, but this time you're going to roll them forward. So exhale, you soften them down. Inhale brings them up again and down. Good. Just one more. Inhale. And exhale. Soften and release. Good. Maybe you take a moment, drop your chin towards your chest. Maybe take the head to the right shoulder, to the left. A couple of times, just those half moon movements back and forth. Good. And then maybe you decide to come all the way around. Doesn't really matter which way that you go. We're going to go both directions. Good. So inhaling as you come up, and exhaling as you come down and around, chin to chest. Good. And just notice anytime your body starts to feel like it wants to rush or force this movement. This is not a hurried process, so take your time. Maybe you start to reverse your direction. Good. Again, just nice smooth breath in and out. Good. And when you're done, I want you to drop your chin towards your chest. That's where we'll meet for just a moment. Good. Take a moment. Take a breath in and out. Relax that chin towards your chest. So you're not rounding the spine, hunching forward, but rather you're just softening, allowing a little space to happen in the back of the neck. Good. Good. Gently inhale, look all the way up. And exhale, bring it back down. Good, a few more just like that. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. And again, inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Exhale, soften. And this time I want you just to roll forward. So you're going to walk your fingertips out in front of you. Good, nice and long. Noticing which foot is closest to you, which foot is on the outside, and then just soften. Relax the palms. Try not to let the hips come up. So if your hips feel like they're starting to lift, I want you to press back just a little bit. And then just soften. Taking a couple breaths here. Nice smooth breath in and out. Good, one more. And exhale. Good. Slowly start to walk yourself up. Your next breath in. When you get there, I want you to inhale, take your arms up. Really reach nice and long, and as you exhale, reach over to that right side, a little twist. Good, stay. Soften that exhale. Good, inhale again. Staying for the exhale. Good. Slowly release, inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good. Take a moment. I want you to change the pattern of your legs. So whichever leg is closest will now be on the outside, and the one on the outside will be in. Take a moment to adjust, and then inhale, arms reach. As you begin to exhale, reach out in front of you. Once again, you're going to find that little seated forward fold. Exhale as you soften chin towards your chest again. And just staying for that breath. Good. Inhale and exhale. Start to relax and soften. Good. Next breath in, you're gently going to press yourself up. Inhale, take those arms all the way up. And exhale towards the left this time. Good. You're going to stay here for those 2 breaths. So nice breath in and out. Again, one more breath here. And then exhale, softly stay, finish that out. Good. Slowly release back to the center. Inhale your arms up. And exhale, bring your hands to heart. So here, let's pause for just a moment. Maybe just to sort of assess how we're feeling with that little bit of movement. As you close your eyes, I want you to think of an intention for your practice. So maybe it's just, again, just to be here, to be present. Maybe it's just being more mindful of self-care. Whatever you feel start to rise for you here, I just want you to sort of keep that in mind as we move through the rest of our practice. So again, just a breath or two, just to sort of seal this intention for us. Maybe you notice your heart beating in your chest. Maybe you just starting to be more aware of your breath, so it's getting a little deeper into your belly now. Good, last breath. Good, inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, open the mouth. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Good. Slowly shake all of that out. We're going to move on to all 4. If you have sensitive knees, you can always double your mat, or you can put an extra blanket or towel down if you had one. So we're just going to come into all 4. So a couple of things I want you to be mindful of here is just making sure that your knees are in line with your hips, your wrists are in line with your shoulders so that your body is being supported. I want you to tuck your belly button back just a little bit so you have a nice flat spine. Good. I want you to inhale. Good. Drop that belly, look up. As you exhale, you're softly going to round chin to chest. Good. I want you to move like that, very organically, very soft. I want you to keep moving like that. Move at your own pace so that your breath is in line with your movement. And again, I encourage you, if anytime you start to feel like your body is hurried or rushing through, slow things down, pull back from that. Remember, this is your practice. This is solely for you. So really take time to notice and just warm up the spine without rushing or forcing any movement. So again, you're gonna round, bring your chin to chest. Good. As you exhale, blow all that air out. And then inhale as you look up. Good. I want you to exhale. Good. Just 2 more. Good. And again. And softly round. Good. Gently allow yourself to come back to that neutral space, gently engaging that core. Let's add in some circles. So we're just going to warm things up just a little bit more. Again, just noticing the hips and how they feel here. Good. Taking your time, maybe reversing that direction. Good. Just a few more for 3, 2, and 1. Pausing back in that neutral space. I want you to take your right leg out behind you so that you're nice and long here. Maybe just roll that ankle a couple of times, one way and then the other. And then I want you to bring that leg out beside you, planting that foot down so that you're going to get a little stretch in the back of the leg, opening up that hip. So you're going to inhale, maybe you come forward just a bit, and then as you exhale, I want you to start to bring the hips back so that you're noticing again an inner thigh stretch here. Nothing should be painful, but again, take it back. Maybe you put this into motion. Inhale. Good. Exhale, soften, and again, come forward and back. Just one more. Come forward. And then this time as you come back, I want you to pause. So just staying for a breath or two, just noticing, maybe giving the body an extra little bit of permission to open up this space. Good. Good. Slowly inhale, come forward. You're going to take that leg back, maybe bend it, straighten it a couple of times, and then release. Good. I want you to press back just a moment or two to release the hips. And then we're going to work the other side. Good. So again, finding that stability, set it up. Good. Core is just gently engaged. And then you're going to take that left leg out behind you. Again, rolling that ankle one way and then the other. And then gently just slide that foot out to the side. Good. Again, you can stay here for a moment. If the body needs a little extra time to adjust, that's fine. Otherwise, I want you to inhale, shift forward, and then exhale, take it back. Good. Inhale forward. Good. Exhale, gently soften. Again, coming forward. And exhale, take it back. And here we're going to hold. So again, you've got that little bit of a hold. Just again, noticing that inner thigh. Maybe a little deeper stretch this time. You notice the further you release the body back, release the hips back, the more this inner thigh starts to feel it. So just be careful, listen to what feels best. Good. Inhale, come forward. You're going to slide that leg back, little ankle roll, and bring it back. Good. Let's offer in a little more with another cat-cow or two, just to release and realign the spine. Good. Good. And then soften. When you're ready, I want you to tuck your toes, and then you're going to gently flip your left palm back behind you. So again, you're just flipping the fingers around. So be very careful with this as it is very intense on the front of the forearm. So you'll notice if you start to lean back that this gets really intense. So be very careful. Again, you're just stretching the toes at the same time. So a little press back. Good. And then you'll just shake that wrist out. Good. And then you're going to move to the right side this time. So I'll turn around. Again, set it up and then tuck your toes. And then again, fingertips back towards you. Just a little inner arm stretch. This is really good if you've been sitting at a computer Maybe you're on your lunch break, or you've just been using your hands a lot lately, your wrists. Good. And then shake things out. Good. We're going to come into a downward facing dog. So your toes may already be tucked. I want you just to gently press back. Good. Be very gentle here, pedaling the feet, maybe one and then the other, giving yourself plenty of opportunity to warm up the back of the legs. Good. Let that head hang heavy. So a lot of times we want to lift our head and look out, but I really want you to soften. Good. Take your time. Good. Pedal those feet. Maybe you drop that right heel towards the mat. Good. For a breath or two. And then we soften that left heel down as we release the right. Good. Take another breath. Again, slowing things down. Good. Now I want you to inhale, come up on the toes, and as you exhale, you're going to soften both heels towards the mat. We're going to move through a very gentle series of vinyasa flows, and so little chaturanga. So I want you to be very mindful of your body movement here, really slow things down. We're not really focused on building heat as we are just stretching and warming the body. So inhale, you're going to come out, lower your knees down, release your toes. And then exhale as those elbows graze in, so not out, but rather they come in beside the body. Good. Take a moment to sort of allow the pubic bone to meet the mat. Your fingertips are going to come out beside you, just in front of you a little bit. Inhale, press and lift. And then exhale, soften. Bring those hands back beside you. Press as you lift, toes tuck, and you're back in that downward facing dog. So let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, you're going to roll out, lower the knees, release the toes. Good. Take a breath in. Exhale, soften. Bring those fingertips out beside you. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, soften. Hands come back in, tuck your toes, press things up and back, downward facing dog. Last one. Inhale, ripple out, lower the knees, release the feet. Exhale, soften. Good. Inhale once again. Maybe you press up a little further this time. Exhale, soften. Good. This time, instead of coming back to a downward facing dog, we're going to press back. I want you to open the knees nice and wide and then soften the forehead down to the mat. Good. Take your time. Relax your forehead, soften. Maybe you start to let your chest come a little further towards the mat. Just noticing the hips and how this feels. Good. If this feels a little different for you and you're having a hard time, you can always take your fists and stack them on top of one another for a little more support. Good. Otherwise, you can just stretch out. You can bring the hands to the back of the neck. The thumbs can just rest gently if that feels good. Good. Slowly, I want you to add in a little thread the needle here. So what that is you're going to take your left hand and you're just going to scoop it underneath your armpit and you're just going to come down, relaxing that left cheek to the mat. So you can keep this right arm extended or you can just rest it on the low back, whatever feels good. Just take a breath or two. See if you can soften the body a little bit more to open up the shoulders. Good. Nice breath in. And out. Good. One more breath. Soften and breathe. Good. Your next breath in, you're going to sort of reach back out, press into that right hand. Maybe you stretch out to the center and you can go right to the other side. So this time the right arm is going to come just underneath that left armpit. And again, you can leave this left hand extended. You can leave it by your face or you can take the bind, whatever feels good to you here. Again, just soften and breathe. Good. One more breath. Good. Slowly you're going to start to unwind wherever you are. You're going to press into that left palm. Right arm reaches back out. Maybe you take a little longer stretch this time. Full breath in and out. Good. Slowly roll yourself forward. Good. This time you're going to come back into that downward facing dog. I want you to take your left leg nice and high. Take it back behind you. Maybe roll that ankle a little bit. Good. And then you're going to bring that left leg up by your wrist. So your left foot and your left wrist, your left palm are close together. So you're in a little bit of a lunge. And here I just want to stay a moment. Good. Maybe a little rock side to side. So again, that left foot is on the outside of that left hand. Good. Good. Take just another moment here. Good. You're going to tuck those back toes. So you're going to lift and just gently slide that left leg back. Good. Inhale, right leg high this time. Going to come back, open up, rolling that ankle a couple of times. I may have said wrist before. I have a bad habit of calling our ankles our wrists. So if I did, I apologize. Inhale, take that right foot up, lower that left knee down. Again, right hand is on the inside of that sole of the right foot. And just a little rock side to side here. Taking your time, just opening up. Good, nice smooth breath. Maybe you notice your heart rate is up just a bit. Good, coming back to that intention that you set at the beginning of practice. Good, and then slowly tucking your toes, you're gonna lift and then gently sliding that right leg back. Good, let's inhale, move through a little flow. Inhale, come out, lower the knees. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, this time let's press up, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Taking just a moment here just to notice the body and how it feels. Good. I want you to inhale, drop those knees as you come forward and come back seated and then eventually lying all the way down onto your mat. So today's practice is a little bit shorter, but I know midday, sometimes you're pressed for time. So I want you to lie back. Take a moment. I want you to lift your left foot all the way up. Roll that ankle a time or two. Good. And place it on top of the right knee. So as you're here for just a moment, you can stay. If this feels good to you, I want you to stay right here. Maybe your left fingertips press that knee open. Otherwise, as you inhale, I want you to bring things closer toward your chest so that right foot lifts. So your left hand is going to scoop through that little hole in your legs, the little center, and the right hand is going to come on the outside of the right thigh. So here, let the fingers interlace and just soften the shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Good. One more breath just like that. And exhale. Good. Slowly open those arms, and when you're ready, I want you to drop the legs to the right. So just as they are, you're just going to drop those legs over for a gentle twist. If you want this to be just a little bit more intense, you can always take the head over to the left, looking at those left fingertips. Good. Just take a breath in. And as you exhale, soften just a little deeper into this twist. Good. Your next breath in, you're going to bring the head back to center and you're going to pull the legs back up. This time I want you to lift both legs as you unwind them. So both legs are lifted into the air, maybe a little ankle roll with both legs, and then you'll drop your left foot back to the mat and right foot reaches over towards the left knee this time. Again, if this is your edge where you would love to stay and this is enough for you, you are welcome to stay. If you want a little bit more, I want to encourage you to lift the left leg up so then everything comes in towards your chest. Right hand reaches through the center of your legs, left fingertips wrap around. Good. Taking a breath in and out as you soften. Let the shoulders relax, the face. Let everything just soften. Good. Take a nice breath in. Sorry, my allergies are terrible today and it sounds funky. And out. Good. Release those arms out to a T, and same as the other side, we're just going to drop things over towards the left this time. Again, if you want things to be a little more intense, you can look over towards those right fingertips as you settle in. Just release the body, allowing the breath to get a little deeper, gaining in that little bit of twist. Full breath in and out. Good. One more breath. Good. And then slowly bring the head back to center as you start to pull the legs up. Once again, you're going to bring both legs all the way up, rolling the ankles. Maybe you take the legs wide for just a moment if the space that you're practicing in allows. And then I just want you to reach around the outer soles of your feet for a little happy baby. Now, if you do not have the flexibility, that is totally fine. You can always just rest your hands behind the knees on the thighs. You can also take your peace fingers and wrap it around your big toes. So whatever you need, I just want you to soften, maybe a little rock side to side. Good. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Good. Slowly release. Take the knees in towards your chest. Good. Maybe a little rock side to side. And then I want you to find a space that you can feel comfortable in to soften and relax for just a few moments of meditation. Now, if you're in a hurry and you need to leave, you can always come back to this part later. Or if you have just a few minutes, I invite you to stay just to help relax the body. So wherever you are, whether you're sitting or you're lying down, I want you to close your eyes. Good. If you're lying down, I want you to separate the shoulders so that you have some connection to the back of the spine, the vertebrae, onto the floor beneath you or the mat. Same thing if you're sitting maybe up against a chair or a wall, wherever you are. You can leave your knees bent. You can stretch them out. You can prop them up. If you're near a wall, you can take legs and rest them up the wall. Just want you to find a space where you can really soften into this for a moment. So for the next 3 to 5 minutes, I just really encourage you to let every extra thought in your mind go. Allow your body to get heavy, starting at the very crown of your head, the very top of your head, all the way down through the bottoms of your feet. So I want you just to envision yourself lying on the earth. The sun gently warms your body, and the earth supports every curve of your body, every unique space on your body, every crevice, every turn, every gentle little peak. The earth just molds to it, almost like a little fluffy cloud. So again, completely supported. Good. And as you breathe, you start to pull that breath deep into your belly. And you start to notice that as you breathe in, your body presses almost out of this little bit of a mold. So it lifts gently. But then as you exhale and you soften, it sinks a little deeper. And as it sinks, this is where I want you to really submit to this feeling. So no resistance. Sometimes the body and the mind want to pull you out of this, but this, again, this space is created for you here. So really submit into just dropping the body into this space, softening through the back of the head, the neck, The face is soft. Again, that space happens between the teeth. The collarbone to the shoulders, and from the shoulders all the way to the fingertips is soft and relaxed. You start to notice maybe the belly as it lifts as you inhale, and exhale brings it back down. And as the sun warms your body, you start to sort of drift in your mind a little further away with your thoughts. You can smell the earth, that fresh dirt beneath you as you inhale. And there's just a gentle breeze that finds balance with the sun that warms your body. So your body is actually at the perfect temperature. And as you start to allow your body to relax a little deeper, a little further, I want you to just simply let go. For the next moment, minute, about a minute and a half, you're just going to find some silence here. Really being present in this moment with yourself and completely submitting to just resting your body on the earth. Shavasana. Okay, slowly, I want you to start to pull that breath into your belly just a little deeper this time. And exhale. Good. Another breath or two like that to bring some awareness back to your bodies. Maybe you start to move your fingers and your toes. And if you're not already seated, I want you to start to begin to make your way there. So maybe you stretch the arms long, the legs extend long. You're taking a nice stretch. And as you exhale, I want you to sort of curl into that fetal position. If you're lying on your mat on your right side, take just a moment here. And then when you're ready, I would love if you could just come seated just for another moment, closing your eyes or keeping your gaze soft so that we can close out our practice. Good. So once you're there, I just want you to inhale, take the arms up, and exhale, take the hands down in front of your heart. I want you to take a moment to find gratitude for this practice, for yourself, the beautiful sunshine, and wherever you are, whether that is in your office or if you're at home, or maybe you two are outside practicing it, wherever you're watching this video. I want to thank you for joining me today. Thank you for supporting me, and I continue to hope that we'll meet and start to nourish our body, mind, and soul. Wherever you go the rest of your day, remember that you matter, you have purpose, and you are loved. Namaste.